Cooper Flagg is ready to shock everybody, and after last night's win over the Oklahoma City Thunder in our first game of preseason, Cooper Flagg's NBA debut was anything short of amazing. Now, although he didn't fill out the stat sheet as he only played in the first half of last night's game, he showed flashes of brilliance, able to communicate well on defense, which then generated more opportunities on offense. The fact that his decision making and playmaking is already at an elite level, he's got Dwight Powell out there looking like a serviceable player. On top of everything, Cooper Flagg is also a great teammate, as he really wasn't trying to look for his own shot until the second quarter. There are a lot of good things to Cooper Flagg's game, and if yesterday's win over the Thunder is any indicator on how good he can be, then there is a lot we have to talk about. And so in this video, we're going to break down what Cooper Flagg did last night that was so great, as well as go over an article that breaks down his strengths, his weaknesses, and what is more to come. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,707 subscribers. We are slowly but surely growing, and I appreciate all the love and support on this channel. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, as we're getting ready to start the season in about a week and a half, make sure you subscribe. But last night's win over the Oklahoma City Thunder, although they really weren't playing any of their good players and we also had many players out, it was still a good win for the Dallas Mavericks as we were able to see what they've been working on over the summer, as well as giving fans an opportunity to see how good is Cooper Flagg. There's been a lot of questions surrounding Cooper Flagg. How will he fit in with the team? How good will he really be? As yes, he was the #1 pick in the draft. He was seen as the best player of his draft. But until you see him on the court with the actual team, you're not really sure what to expect. And in yesterday's game, we were given this starting lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder matchup. We had D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Derrick Lively. And obviously, Mavs fans were excited. Shout out to all things Mavs on Twitter. Yes, sir, that was a great lineup, and we saw a lot of great things from that starting five. But Cooper Flagg was on a whole nother level. And although, like I said, he didn't stuff the stat sheet, he still put up a decent stat line for only playing about 17 minutes. And he had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 3-pointers made, all in about 14 minutes. And one of the few things that I really liked from Cooper Flagg was the defense. He had a block that led to an alley-oop from D'Lo to Anthony Davis. He had many moments where he was just locking the opponents down on the perimeter, also playing good post defense. Now, there are some things to Cooper Flagg's game that will definitely need some work. His post defense is good, but his post game on offense has a lot to be admired. Cooper Flagg has a lot of skill to his game, a lot of technique, but the physicality has to be there. There was many times Cooper Flagg was on the low block, trying to back him down, wasn't really able to, had to either pass it out or just settle for a fadeaway shot, which he only missed one of his shots, finished with 10 points. But overall, Cooper Flagg had an excellent game. There was a lot of good chemistry that we saw, not just from him, but him and everybody else on the floor. And again, he made Dwight Powell look like a serviceable player. I cannot stress that enough. Dwight Powell out there was looking like he's playing for a bigger contract. We know that he is. He picked up his player option. So who knows? Maybe Dwight Powell's got a little bit, something different in the tank this year. And maybe that's because of Cooper Flagg. Maybe that's because of our coaches. There's a lot of good things to talk about from last night's game. But when it comes to Cooper Flagg, there's so much more to his game that people really aren't breaking down. He's a Swiss Army knife that can do more than your regular Swiss Army knife. And if we take a look right here, an article that came out just the other day, 4 major observations from Cooper Flagg's electric Mavericks debut against Thunder. Shout out to Noah Weber of the Smoking Cuban. Always does good work over there. Make sure you check out his work and all the other writers' work. But the article does break down 4 major observations, so let's get right on into it. And the first one is Flagg's defense is already elite. Flagg's defense was the #1 thing that the media has been raving about for years, and he didn't disappoint in his Mavs debut. He blocked 1 shot within minutes of the game starting, and his expertise in this area was obvious from the opening tip. Like I said earlier, the block that led to the D'Lo lob to AD, the defense generating offense is going to be key for the Dallas Mavericks this upcoming season. For seasons prior, we really didn't have that luxury where our defense can really bring in the offense. We were relying more so than not on just our offense being what it was and our defense doing the best that it can. But the fact that not just Cooper Flagg, but the whole Dallas Mavericks team is buying into just generating that offense from the defense. You get a stop and you run the other way in transition. We saw that time and time again last night. And if we're going to see that on a regular basis, this Dallas Mavericks team looks completely different and will operate different for the entirety of this upcoming season. But just to continue on Cooper Flagg's defense, Flagg recorded his first block with a rejection on Isaiah Joe on one of his drives to the bucket, and this helped lead to a dunk for Anthony Davis on the other end. A few minutes later, Brooks Barnhizer tested Flagg, but he didn't even attempt the mid-range jumper, and the shot clock expired. He is clearly going to be a menace off the ball right away, as opponents fear him and think twice before shooting a shot when he is in their vicinity. This is a similar off-ball impact to that of Derrick Lively and Anthony Davis, as they alter everything and always have to be accounted for, and his defense is what will make him a star on one day. And that is absolutely right. The fact that we have an Anthony Davis, the fact that we have a Derrick Lively, both on the court together with Cooper Flagg, that defense is going to be immaculate. At one point, the Mavericks were up by as much as 30 points on the Thunder. And yes, I know, it's preseason. I know, there was no SGA, no Lou Dort, no Chet, no J. Will. I get it. But that is something that we can see moving forward, where you have a lockdown starting five of Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derrick Lively, who can all get blocks, who can all alter shots, who can all be a paint presence. Cooper Flagg is going to complement this team in so many areas, from the offense to the defense to just being a good teammate. There's so much to his game that we have yet to see in these little games of preseason. We get to see a glimpse into what could be when it comes to Cooper Flagg. But there's more than just his defense. That was amazing. Flagg is calm and collected as a decision maker. Before Summer League, Jason Kidd made it clear that he wanted Flagg to handle the ball often. And while his role as a point guard from Las Vegas didn't continue as much into the preseason, he looked comfortable when the rock was in his hands and made the right play every single time. Flagg and Lively II were the only two Maverick stars who didn't record a turnover in the first half. And he made plenty of nice feeds that had the arena on its feet. It didn't take him long to rack up a couple of assists in the first quarter, as he found Lively and Dwight Powell for dunks early into the game. And he wasn't affected by airtight on-ball defense. This is a great sign for him, especially if he handles the ball often as a rookie, and he already looks like he's going to be a top playmaker on the team. And as we know, without Kyrie Irving, the playmaking, the point guard duties is going to be kind of spread thin amongst multiple players. I mean, D'Lo, in my opinion, looked very good last night. We also have Jaden Hardy, who still looks like Jaden Hardy, but we also know that we have Brandon Williams, we have Dante Exum, and maybe in some fashion Dennis Smith Jr., but we also have other guys in other positions that can also bring the ball down, that can also play make. We didn't see too much from him, but we know what Najee Marshall is capable of. And from what we saw last night with Cooper Flagg, he can bring the ball down, he can facilitate, he can get guys open, his passing is good, his court vision is good, his IQ's there, no turnovers, got a couple assists. That's what we want to see from our rookie. He doesn't have to score 30 points a night to impact winning. These small things are what's going to make him a better player than his contemporaries already in the league. But if we continue with the article, Flagg's three-point shooting won't be a concern. Mavericks fans were slightly concerned with Flagg's three-point shooting during NBA Summer League after he shot 3 of 14 from 3 over 2 games. But his Mavs debut showed that he is ready to be a reliable shooter at the next level. He shot 2 of 3 from 3 in this game against Oklahoma City, with both shots being from the wing off the dribble. Flagg looked fearless when letting it fly on both attempts, and he could end up being more deadly from downtown than anyone realizes. And without Kyrie Irving, that's about 7 or 8 attempted threes a game that we won't have, that other people will have the opportunity to make. And if Cooper Flagg can just be 2 of 3 every single night, that's going to pay dividends. That's going to create more opportunities on offense. That's going to help us win more games. As last night, we didn't shoot the 3-ball that well, but we didn't need to shoot the 3-ball that well. The Oklahoma City Thunder attempted 51 threes. We only attempted about 38 threes. And they made 12, we made 11. So as long as we make smart shots and we take the best shots available, it really doesn't matter how many threes we make or how many we attempt, as long as we are making them efficiently. And when Cooper Flagg gets that 3-ball down, that's just going to open up more opportunities for the Dallas Mavericks to win games. But the last thing that we definitely got to talk about when it comes to Cooper Flagg is that he's a great teammate. Probably picked that up from Dwight Powell. But Flagg's personality was raved about during the entire pre-draft process, as he is a relentless worker and does all the little things, and he's shown as a teammate during his first game. He was always one of the first few players up and out of their seats after teammates scored a bucket while he was on the bench, and he wants to see everyone around him succeed. Mavericks culture is a real thing, and after observing Flagg up close and personal in his preseason debut, he looks like he'll be a dream fit in this. Dallas ended up getting a 106-89 win over OKC in this one, and the future looks bright for the new look squad. And I truly do believe that all of that Noah mentioned in this article encapsulates exactly what we can expect from Cooper Flagg. Great decision making, elite defense. He's a good three-point shooter, but a great teammate. And those are all the qualities that could make an amazing leader one day down the road when Clay, Kyrie, and Anthony Davis have all retired. we'll have Cooper Flagg leading the charge with all these other guys to more championships, to more success, deeper playoff runs. And you all can see it right here first as it starts to begin. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What did you think of Cooper Flagg's opening night with the Dallas Mavericks, his debut in preseason? Was it everything you expected? Did you want to see more? He only played 14 minutes, but you gotta admit that he looked pretty good. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We'd have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making it this far to the video. Make sure you check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.